Krishna Padaya
Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale
Srimate Bhaktivedanta
Swami Nitinamine Namaste
Namaste Saraswati Devi
Gauravani Pracharine
Nirvishesha Sunnavadi
Paschatya Deshatarine
Sri Krishna Chaitanya
Prabhu Nityananda
Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sridhasari
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Hare
Hare
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Hare Namo Krishna
Yadavaya Namaha
Govinda Govinda Ram
Srimad Sudana
Mokha Karoti Vajalam
Pangong Langayate Girim
Yatithana Hanvande
Shri Gurum Dinatarinum
Paramananda Madhavam
Shri Chaitanya Mishwaram Hari
Hare Om Tat Sat
Hari Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we will continue with the reading from Sri Chaitanya Sikshamrita by Srila Sachidananda Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Seventh, right? Seventh stream. The subtopic is Sthai Bhav. First, let us examine the concept of Sthai Bhav. The bhava that dominates and controls all other bhavas is called Sthai Bhav. As mentioned, Sthai Bhav. As mentioned in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 2.5.1 to 15, that bhava which controlling other favorable and contradictory bhavas presides in the manner of an efficient ruler is called the Sthai Bhav. In this context, the rati directed towards Krishna is called Sthai Bhav. Those knowledgeable in Rasa say that there are two types of Sthai Bhav, Mukhya and Gauna, primary and secondary. Mukhya Rati, primary, primary Rati, the Rati that is Shuddha Sattva Visheshatma, composed of Shuddha Sattva, the combination of Hladini and Samvit Shaktis, is called primary Rati. This primary Rati also takes two forms, Swa-artha for its own purpose and Para-artha for another's purpose. Swartha, Mukhya Rati, that primary Rati which clearly nourishes itself with non-contradictory bhavas and becomes intolerably depressed with sorrow by contradictory bhavas is called Swartha Mukhya Rati, nourishing itself. Parartha Mukhya Rati, the same primary Rati that restricting itself favors both non-contradictory and contradictory bhavas which then become prominent. It is called Parartha Mukhya Rati, nourishing others' bhavas. A primary rati in these two forms, Swartha and Parartha, has five varieties: Shuddha, Shanta or neutrality, Priti, Dasya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Priyata, Madhura. The rati takes on a specific type, one of the five, according to the individual nature of the devotee, just as the sun takes on various forms when reflected through crystals and other items. The rati takes on various forms when manifesting in different individuals. Shuddha rati, oh my god, so much. The first rati is called Shuddha rati, has three types: Samanya, common, Swacha, transparent, and Shanta, peaceful. It produces symptoms like quivering of the body and closing and opening of the eyes. Samanya Shuddha Rati, the Rati for Krishna, manifested in ordinary people, girls, and so on are called Samanya Rati or ordinary Rati. It does not have any distinguishing qualities. An example, O friend, please tell me why my mind, like beeswax, has become very soft. It is because the beautiful sun Krishna has risen in front of me on the street of Mathura. Another example, O old woman, just look at just look at that three-year old girl. Seeing Krishna in front of her, she is running after him and calling out. When Rati manifests many varieties because the practitioner associates with various types of devotees and performs various sadhanas, it is called Swacharati. When a devotee's Rati, like a clear crystal, becomes similar in nature to the Rati of the devotee to whom he is attached, it is called Swacharati. An example, O noble and religious Brahmana, sometimes praised the Lord as Master, sometimes joked with him as a friend, sometimes protected him as his son, sometimes delighted in him as a lover, and sometimes meditated in his heart on the Lord as Paramatma. In this way, by various modes of service, he was assuming various dispositions. The hearts of those very pure persons who adhere to scriptures and are not absorbed in the joyful ocean of a particular rasa generally develop. Oh, there's Srila Prabhupada's translation to this entire thing. Shall I read this first, Srila Guru Maharaj? Okay, he could have kept Prabhupada's translation. Srila Prabhupada's translation for this entire thing. The continuous ecstasy of love can remain like a powerful king, subduing all temporary manifestation of love as well as any opposing elements of anger. It can be exhibited directly or indirectly, and thus ecstatic love can be described as direct or indirect. The symptoms of ecstatic love are possible only when one is fully situated in transcendental position. Direct ecstatic love can be divided into two groups, namely selfish and selfless. When the non-contradictory symptoms of ecstatic love are distinctly manifest, any contradictory symptoms create a sense of abomination. Contradictory ecstatic love is called selfish. That ecstatic love which can adjust all contradictory or non-contradictory symptoms is called direct selfless love. These selfless symptoms can again divided into five groups: neutrality, servitude, fraternity, parenthood, and conjugal love. Such ecstatic love assumes a particular mood in contact with different objects of love.
So, uh, here Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada are discussing very advanced topics of love for Krishna.
So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada they're discussing very advanced topics on love of Krishna.
And so
So
the this may not be understandable to everyone,
this may not be understandable to everyone,
but it's very real and applicable.
but it's very real and applicable.
You see, this tells us how ecstatic love or bhava rati is manifest.
So this tells us how ecstatic love, bhava or rati manifests.
And some of the different forms it takes.
And some of the different forms that it takes.
So, these are things, these are emotions that are experienced by devotees.
So these are things, emotion that are experienced by devotees.
And so we want all the devotees to gradually advance,
So we want all the devotees to gradually advance,
to experience these Rati Ravs and Bhavas.
to experience all this rati, bhavas, and all those things.
But to do that, you have to be really absorbed in Krishna Bhakti.
But to do that, you have to be really absorbed in Krishna Bhakti.
And, you know, this is, I mean, Prabhupada would sometimes say things to a particular devotee, very confidential.
So some Srila Prabhupada would sometimes say a particular thing to a devotee, very confidential,
Uh, and so we want the devotees dive deep in the ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
so we want the devotees to dive deep in the ocean of Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu.
How many of you want to dive deep?
Hari Bol, by your mercy, Srila Guru Maharaj.
You see, uh, I was just reassured because I heard that when I presented different quotes from Prabhupada
Things has to be reassured. When I presented different quotes from Srila Prabhupada
to a group of devotees,
to a group of devotees,
they, one person, I didn't know how many people, I was just told there's only one.
I don't know how many people, but I was just told only one.
And he was saying, Diksha Guru takes all the karma, very, very difficult.
He was saying Diksha Guru takes all the karma, it's very difficult.
So I just want to be a Shiksha Guru.
So I just want to be a Siksha Guru.
But then I was told that the majority of that group didn't feel this way.
But I was told that majority of the group didn't feel the same way.
So they're moving ahead.
So they're moving ahead.
Uh, I think Prabhupada, he said that also ladies go to Guru, and he said how they should get Bhaktivedanta degree and others.
So I think Prabhupada said ladies also should be guru and they should get the Bhaktivedanta degree.
And he said maybe by 1975, all my disciples, men and women, will be gurus.
And he said maybe by 1975, all my disciples, men and women, they all would be gurus.
But not many devotees, real here, but not many devotees have taken up this idea to study Prabhupada's books.
A few are here, but not many devotees have taken up the idea to study Srila Prabhupada's books.
I was fortunate I got my Bhaktivedanta degree.
Fortunately, I got my Bhakti Vedanta degree.
And someone told me today they're also going for their Bhakti Sarvabhauma
Some
degree.
some devotees they told me that they're also going for the Bhakti Sarvabhauma degree.
So it'd be nice if everybody gets qualified in Prabhupada books.
So it'd be nice everybody gets qualified in Srila Prabhupada's books.
You see, because of the stroke, I'm not able to write so well.
You see, because of stroke, I'm not able to write so well.
I saw, but I can hear and understand the different quotes, different shastras.
So, but I can hear and understand different quotes from different shastras.
Now, BBD in Bombay
Uh-huh.
has published a app
So now the BBT in Bombay has published an app
called Transcend.
called Transcend
It's in all the Indian languages,
in all the Indian regional languages,
including English.
including English.
And so I can hear a scripture and take a oral test,
And so one could hear the scriptures and take oral tests,
even if they can't write.
even if they can't write.
I mean, reading, I think it's useful,
Reading, I think it's useful,
but they could technically take an exam, even if they don't know how to read.
but they can technically take an exam even if they don't know how to read.
If they hear,
If they hear,
right?
yeah, yeah. Who's Brajeshwar Prabhu is already conducting the course. That's what he's saying.
You're conducting.
Yeah, he's already conducting.
What course are you conducting?
What course are you conducting, Brajeshwar? All of them.
So who's going to take it?
So who's going to take that? So who's going to take that?
Who's already taking it?
Who's already taken it?
Who wants to take it in the future?
Who wants to take it in the future? We just mentioned. Didn't you hear that? Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav, Bhakti Vedanta. You heard that, right? Yeah, that's the one.
So if you can explain Prabhupada's teachings, Lord Chaitanya's teachings, Srimad Bhagavatam,
So if you could explain Srila Prabhupada's teachings, Lord Chaitanya's teaching, the Srimad Bhagavatam,
and then there'll be a lot of devotees.
then there would be a lot of devotees.
So the Gostinandis and Bhajanandis.
So there are Goshtianandis and Bhajananandis.
Bhajanandi like to get liberation,
So Bhajananandi like to get liberation,
and they just do bhajan.
and they just do bhajan.
The Gostinandi want to increase the number of devotees.
But the Goshtianandis, they want to increase the number of devotees.
And so I will not, he was a student in the demon's Gurukul,
So like Prahlad, he was a student in the demon's Gurukul,
but he preached to the other students
but he preached to the other students
when the teachers were out.
when the teachers were out.
And then so they start chanting and dancing.
And then they started chanting and dancing.
So then Narsingadev came to save them.
And then Narsingadev came to save him.
We went to a place in Tamil Nadu near to Madurai,
So we went to a place in Tamil Nadu near to Madurai,
and there they said that Hiranyakashipu, he could go.
there they said that Hiranyakashipu, he couldn't go.
So the Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu, they met there, and they discussed how to kill Hiranyakashipu.
Brahma, Shiva, and Vishnu, they met there and they discussed how to kill Hiranyakashipu.
That was where Ramanuja got initiated.
That was where Ramanuja got initiated.
I call it Goshiadandi.
That place is
Goshi what?
Goshtipur.
Goshipur.
That's called as Goshtipura. In Tamil, it's called as Tirukoshtiur.
And I told this yesterday, I told this a few days ago.
I told this few days ago.
So this first Pala is neutrality.
The first bhava is neutrality. Oh, okay. Okay, the first one is neutrality. Neutrality can be further subdivided into general, transparent, and peaceful. An attraction for Krishna.
Didn't we read this?
Yeah. We are starting here.
Yeah, so now the second one.
No. This is the first one.
Oh,
Yes.
you didn't show that before.
Yeah. Yes, Shri Maharaj. An attraction for Krishna by people in general, by children, cannot take any specific or satisfactory position. It can be manifest sometimes in trembling of the body and changing of the color of the eyes to red, white, etc. Although there is no symptom of any particular affection. One old man was told by a young man, "Just see how this child, only 3 years old, is so jubilant. Simply by seeing Krishna, he is running swiftly, making tumultuous sound. Just see." This is an instance of neutral ecstatic love in the heart of a child without any specific subdivision. Due to different types of attraction for Krishna, there are different varieties of devotees. Their symptoms are manifested transparently, just like jewels. It is said that a great devotee Brahmana, would sometimes address the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Master and sometimes joke with the Lord, using different kinds of familiar words. Sometimes he would protect the Lord with a paternal affection. Sometimes he would cry out to the Lord, addressing the Lord as his beloved. And sometimes he would meditate on the Lord as the Super Soul. This means that the Brahmana expressed his ecstatic loving symptoms in different ways at different times. But in each instance, because of ecstatic love, the Brahmana immersed himself in the ocean of happiness and became situated in pure love. Thus, he was a transparent medium, just like a jewel that shows reality in varying colors according to its own nature.
So you should be always thinking about Krishna
So we should be always thinking about Krishna
and his expansion,
and his expansions,
his pure devotees.
his pure devotees.
And in this way, be absorbed in the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
In this way be absorbed in the pastimes of Lord Krishna.
So, by these little examples here, we see how some advanced devotees do this.
So by different examples here, we can see how some advanced devotees do this.
So he was in different moods at different times.
So he was in different moods at different times,
And this became, he became situated in real love.
and he became situated in pure love.
So he was like a transparent jewel that shows reality in various colors according to its own nature.
So he was like a transparent jewel that shows reality in varying colors according to its own nature. Supposed to finish at 8:50. The rati that is observed in an individual who has awakened bhava when it becomes exclusive possessiveness for Krishna, Krishna Ananya Mamata, and becomes deep to a certain extent, then it can develop into sthayi bhav, permanent sentiment, suitable for rasa. Although this rati transcends its specific limit, meaning it advances from an unmixed single sentiment to enter the realm of prema, it is still referred to as rati. This is because prema, by its very nature of infinitude, um, is also always recognized in the state of rati. Okay, not always recognized in the state of rati. Please forgive me. In some circumstances, prema absorbs the peak of rasa and becomes evident. Therefore, if it is said as Thayi Bhav, then it is understood to be Rati. Whether whether the individual in whom Rati has arisen is a sadhaka, practitioner, or a siddha, perfected being, they are eligible to relish rasa. Here, the use of the term sadhaka indicates that rati has arisen in a person, but the obstacles or anarthas have not yet been completely eradicated. They are considered sadhakas or those aspiring for the substance prema rurukshu, as nishta, steadiness, ruchi, taste, and asakti attachment arise, anarthas gradually disappear. Even when jada shakti, material attachment is removed, as long as the material body exists, there remains material association. Through Krishna's mercy, this is very quickly eradicated. This material association, this material association is called an obstacle, vigna. As long as obstacles exist, the jiva does not attain vastu siddhi, entering eternal pastimes of Krishna in the spiritual world, in the spiritual body. However, when Rati achieves the state of prema, becoming eligible to relish rasa, then the perfection of one's eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord, Sarup Siddhi, happens.
So this Silver City and as explained here.
So this Swarup Siddhi is explained here.
And all the anarthas are washed out.
How the anarthas are washed out.
Anartha nivritti.
Anartha Nivritti.
We wash out the anarthas.
We wash out the anarthas.
So I mean the types of rati or bhava when one reaches even uh, before prema.
The types of rati or bhava that one gets even before prema,
Are really amazing.
they are really amazing.
And so yeah, trying to relish Sai Baba's things, but these are actually realized at the level of Baba.
So we are trying to explain, realize Sthai Bhava and all those things. But these things are realized after, what was the last part, Srila Guru Maharaj?
On the level of Rati,
In the level of Rati,
before Prema.
before Prema.
So one may not completely be eligible to enter into Krishna's pastimes.
One may not be completely eligible to enter into Krishna's pastimes.
But godly have the perfection of one's eternal relationship with the saving Lord. Sarupa Siddhi happens.
Gradually, one's eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord, the Swarup Siddhi, happens.
So these are very advanced things that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is explaining.
So these are very advanced things that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is
I
explaining.
heard that even the Bhakti Siddhanta Thakur Prabhupada's disciples said that we can't understand Bhaktivinoda Thakur's teachings
I heard that Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada's disciples, said that we can't understand Bhaktivinoda Thakur's teachings.
so we need to hear them explained by Bhakti Siddhanta.
So they need to hear them explained by Bhakti Siddhanta.
So,
Explained by Bhakti Siddhanta.
I mean, they got me, they said, oh, read this,
So they got me, oh, read this.
what is called Rati Prema. It's very advanced topics.
All this Rati, Prema, all these are very advanced topics.
But we all, Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, how our advancement is gradually going up
Like Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, how our advancement is gradually going up
towards the Prema.
towards Prema.
So that means we should be very serious.
That means we should be very serious. They look serious. Okay. Guru Maharaj, also today is Nava Bochor, Bengali New Year today.
Nobody gave me any cakes.
Nobody gave me any pitas, cakes.
Other hostas, they have their wives and cook them cakes.
All the grihasthas, the wives, they can cook them cakes.
But we sannyasis, so I heard from the Brahmachari that last year I gave all of them cakes.
So I heard from a brahmachari last year they gave me all cakes.
So anyway, for us, every day is a new year.
Anyway, for us, every day is a new year.
We want to serve Krishna.
We want to serve Krishna,
Serve Lord Chaitanya, Nitai, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas.
serve Lord Chaitanya, Nitai, Advaita, Gadadhar, Srivas.
Haribo,
Haribo,
Gauranga.
Gauranga.
So happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Okay.
We have the Sarada, the Bengali New Year, the uh,
Krishnabda,
huh?
Christian New Year. Oh,
All South Indians, they have a New Year also.
South Indians, they have their New Year also. We have, it was
They gave me
yesterday.
a Ugadi sweet,
They gave me a
New
Uga,
Year sweet.
they gave me a Ugadi sweet.
Yeah, they put with a sweet laddu with neem leaf.
The Ugadi sweet, it was a sweet laddu with neem leaves.
I bit into it. I said, "What? It's bitter."
I bit into it and say, "Oh, it's bitter."
I said, "Look, that's life.
And they said, "That's life,
Sweet and bitter."
sweet and bitter."
But read this. Krishna consciousness is all bliss.
But we read this: Krishna consciousness is all bliss, all bliss.
So Krishna Mantra still,
Krishnir Matirastu.
I don't know what sweets they have.
Sweets made with stevia. That is as good as using neem. No, today's given as Cashew Katri. Okay, Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Guru Maharaj has blessed all of you already. And Shri Shri Radha Madhav Panchatattva Giriraj ki jai, Nrsingadev ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Guru Maharaj ki Krishner Mathirastu Jai. Rajeshwar Gauradas. But your name I forget. Dear fortunate devotees, welcome to Guru Maharaj's virtual book table. There's a physical book table right to the left of you, and that's near the gate. It's meant for only those who are physically present here on this transcendental lotus rooftop, because this physical book table is Guru Maharaj's personal book table. There you can sponsor, buy, sell Srila Prabhupada books in the name of Guru Maharaj. All the points will go to Guru Maharaj. So we have our Nitya Sevats, Balachandra Channa, Vinita Gandharvika, Devidasi, Balavrata, 116 small books in the last 29 days. The fresh list of today has not yet reached. From Kasadesh, we have Damni Devidasi and her family. 29 Bhagavad Gita, 290 small books in the last 29 days. This is exactly 1:10 ratio as Guru Maharaj needs it to fulfill the instruction of Srila Prabhupada in the book distribution. We have Toshan Krishnadas 4 Bhagavad Gita, Yugala Devidasi, Zurai 10 Bhagavad Gitas, Hemagatri Devidasi 11 Bhagavad Gita, Lakshmi Ishwari Devidasi and her family 2 Bhagavad Gita and 20 small book again 1:10 ratio. Yugala Devidasi Zurai 10 Gitas again. Kamala Murthy Devidasi 3 Bhagavad Gita and 6 small book. We also have Nitai Haridas, Sachiprana Gaura Haridas, Ramya, Shubhangada Devidasi from New Panihati Dham, Atlanta, USA, 14 Bhagavad Gita and in 140 small books. This is again perfectly 1:10 ratio. They gave it in the last 29 days. So these devotees are consistently maintaining this service of 1:10 ratio as per Guru Maharaj's needs. And thank you very much for the devotees, for those who are showing themselves as an exemplary example in this regard for all of us to follow. We have Shashanka Koti Krishnadas from USA, 58 small books in the last 29 days. Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution Ki Jai. Just a moment. Let me check if anything came from physical book table. So, these devotees get a special Narasimha Puja in few hours from now in Sridham, Mayapur. And all of you devotees also, please bless them by calling out Nitai Gauranga with me. Nitai Gauranga! Thank you. And please pass on this wonderful opportunity to participate in the pastime of Guru Maharaj. Distributing Srila Prabhupada books, even if the single Bhagavad Gita, just 10 small books, please do WhatsApp anytime to Guru Maharaj's virtual book table at +91 94 34 76 04 02. So let's do an intense prayer for Guru Maharaj's full recovery and speedy recovery. And of course, our prayers include for all those who are celebrating their anniversaries today, for their well-being and blissful Krishna consciousness, and as well as Happy New Year for the Bangla devotees. So please join me in the prayers. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. Vaishnav Pranam. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री गुरु महाराज की जय, पतित पावन श्री प्रभुपाद की जय। निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे।